Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. ESPN predicts that Sacramento Kings will beat their two big brothers. Technically speaking, every team in the Western Conference is a rival to the Sacramento Kings since they are all competing for primacy in the standings. However, there are two teams that hold a special place in the Kings' hearts. Those teams are the Denver Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors. The Nuggets have earned this designation because they, like us, rely on an offensive first passing savant to funnel their offense through, Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets, and Domantas Sabonis for the Kings. Meanwhile, the Warriors and the Kings play a similar up-tempo style that features a ton of motion offense. Plus, they have faced off against one another in the postseason/play-in each of the last 2 years. The Kings are considered to be the younger sibling in this dynamic because both the Nuggets and Warriors have won the NBA title in recent memory. As for the Kings, they haven't even won a playoff series since 2004, and they haven't won a title since, well, forever, at least as long as they've been in Sacramento. So, yeah, we are the little brother team for now. Notice how we said for now. That's because there is a chance that the Kings could emerge as the top dog in the trio this year. ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, came out with their win projections for the upcoming season, and look at where the Kings are sitting. Well, would you look at that? The Nuggets are projected to win fewer games than the Kings, and the Warriors aren't even featured in the tweet. At long last, the Kings may win more games, and potentially go deeper in the playoffs, than both of their main rivals. Now, ESPN may be the worldwide leader in sports, but that doesn't mean that they are always right. See any of their top 100 lists. The Kings have a lot of work to do before they can surpass their big brothers in the win column, and overall playoff success. But the fact that such a well-recognized brand views the Kings in this kind of light is cause for some optimism. Hopefully, they don't let us down. Warriors free agent candidate open to signing with rival team. Golden State Warriors combo forward Jonathan Kuminga's emergence as a reliable, athletic scorer last year was one of the few bright spots in the club's doomed 2023-24 season. The 2022 champ averaged career bests of 16.1 points, on .529/.321/.746 shooting splits, 4.8 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 0.7 steals, and 0.5 blocks per bout, while starting in 46 of his 74 available games. Golden State as a team did not fare quite so encouragingly. The Warriors finished with a good not great 46-36 record and the Western Conference's 10th seed but failed to escape the play-in tournament. The 21-year-old is embarking on his fourth pro season this year. Like fellow 2021 NBA draft lottery selection Moses Moody, Kuminga has yet to agree to a contract extension. If neither player inks a deal by October 31st, they will hit restricted free agency next summer, meaning Golden State can match any offer tendered their way by another team. When asked about his approach to his fourth pro season during Golden State's Media Day interviews on Monday, Kuminga says he is keeping team success a priority, writes Tim Kawakami of the San Francisco Standard. Just going out there and pretty much helping us win, Kuminga said. Me, personally, just showing how much I improved on so many things. And just looking forward to having a great season. Now that I'm used to it, now that I know what it is, now that I know what it takes to be one of the best, I mean, I went through the summer, worked hard, and I know what I'm going to bring to the table. I'm just looking forward to a new season. The 6'8" wing has emerged as something of a tweener forward and faces questions about his positional future in Golden State. I'm not thinking about that right now, Kuminga added. But I'm working toward it. The goal is me being a full starter. So I'm not even worried about what's going to happen, because I know how much work I've put in. And I know once I step on that floor, things are going to change. Kawakami expects former four-time All-Star and 2017 Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green to slot in at power forward, not as a small ball starting center, where the 6'6" vet had finished the year. If that comes to pass, one-time All-Star Andrew Wiggins seems likely to compete with Kuminga for that starting small forward spot. Kuminga had logged most of his time at power forward in 2023-24. "I've always been a small forward, my whole life," Kuminga said. "And I don't have a position at this point, because I feel like, when I go back in the summer, I work on everything. Because I'm a small forward, but I could play any position, so I never just define myself as small forward." Kawakami notes that, with Kuminga not necessarily a guaranteed permanent starter for the Warriors this year, he seems unlikely to notch the 5-year, $224 million maximum contract extension his fellow 2021 lottery draft picks Franz Wagner of the Orlando Magic and Scotty Barnes of the Toronto Raptors both signed before the Halloween deadline. Unfortunately, that's the kind of number Kuminga and his representatives want. Klay details biggest Warriors to Mavericks system adjustments. After spending 13 years with one team, it will take some time for Klay Thompson to adjust to a new offense on the Dallas Mavericks. The former Warriors guard is getting acclimated to his new team after signing a 3-year, $50 million contract with Dallas this offseason, and in speaking to reporters at Mavericks Media Day on Monday, Thompson was asked what he envisions being the biggest adjustments for him throughout training camp and early on in the 2024-25 NBA season. "I think from an X's and O's standpoint I have to adjust to playing off such good creators," Thompson said. In Golden State, it was a very motion-based offense. Just being able to play with Luka Doncic the last few days, his ability in the pick and roll is like maybe the best I've ever seen. It will be fun to play with him in those sets because he draws so much attention and he gets so many open looks from the perimeter, so I'll be there to knock them down. I think it will take a couple weeks just to get used to this new system, but luckily opening night's not until the 22nd, I think, so this preseason might be the most important one I've had in so many years. I do know I'm a hooper and I can adjust accordingly, and I look forward to doing that." Thompson, who averaged more possessions, 5.6, and points, 6.2, off screens per game during the 2023-24 season than the entire Mavericks team combined, 3.6 possessions, 3.2 points, offers Dallas a unique offensive weapon, but he knows he will have to adjust to the system in place, which runs through Doncic and up until Thompson's arrival, featured less of the scheme elements he has succeeded with over the years. "That's exciting. It kind of adds a whole new dimension to our team being able to have a player like me who can draw the defense just by cutting through the lane or using an off-ball screen, a pin down, and taking 2 defenders with me," Thompson added. "But I know I'll obviously have to adjust to Luka. Luka's the system, he's an MVP frontrunner, and that's a huge reason why I came here, to help alleviate some of the pressure he deals with on a nightly basis, the defenses he sees." Thompson, a 4-time NBA champion, 5-time All-Star and 2-time All-NBA player, has seen it all throughout his Hall of Fame career and should have no issues acclimating to his new system. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.